Good morning, children. Today, in Social Science and Geography in Class 9, we will continue the lesson Physical Features of India. We know that India is a large landmass which is formed during different geological periods and it has influenced the relief. Other processes we talked of earlier, that is weathering, erosion and deposition. We also talked about the theory of plate tectonics. That is, the crust or the upper part of this earth has been formed out of 7 major and some of the minor plates. The movement of these plates results in building up of stresses within the plates and the continental rocks above, leading to folding, faulting and volcanic activities. We talked of 3 plate movements which are convergent boundary, divergent boundary and transform boundary. So, we say that the movement of these plates has influenced the evolution of the present landform features of India. We see that the oldest landmass, that is the peninsular part, was earlier a part of the Gondwana land which included India, Australia, South Africa, South America and Antarctica as one single landmass. The convectional currents split the crust into a number of pieces and thus led to the drifting of the Indo-Australian plate after being separated from the Gondwana land towards the north. The northward drift resulted in the collision of the plate with much larger Eurasian plate. This is a Eurasian plate. Due to this collision, the sedimentary rocks which were accumulated in the geosyncline known as Tethys were folded to form the mountain system of Western Asia and Himalayas. So we see that here we have the Indo-Australian plate, we have the African plate, Eurasian plate, South American plate, North America. So this is how the physical features of a country can be understood. Now we further move on that a flat land of extensive alluvial deposits led to the formation of the northern plains of India. And here we have the most agricultural production from this area. The land of India displays great physical variation. That is, we have mountains also, we have valleys also, we have rivers also, we have desert area also. The Peninsular Plateau constitutes one of the ancient land masses on the Earth's surface. The Himalayas and the northern plains are the most recent landforms. Geologically, Himalayan mountains form an unstable zone. So we see the mountain system of Himalaya represents a youthful topography with high peaks, deep valleys and fast flowing rivers. Then we have the northern plains which are formed of alluvial deposits, and the Peninsular Plateau is composed of igneous and metamorphic rocks with gently rising hills and wide valleys. Now coming to the major physiographic divisions of the country of India, we have 6 divisions: the Himalayan mountains, the northern plains, the Peninsular Plateau, the Indian desert, coastal plains and the islands. So we have 6 these which are major physiographic divisions of the country. Here if we see through this map, we see here we have the Himalayas, here we have the northern plains, the Indian desert, the Deccan Plateau, the east and the western coast. So we see that the physical variations are a lot. The physical features of India can be, we have the Himalayas. If we take first the Himalayas, that is the Himalayas, we see that it stretches over the northern borders of India, and these mountain ranges run in a west-east direction from the Indus to the Brahmaputra, the Himalayas represent the loftiest and the most rugged mountain barriers of the world, and they consist of 3 parallel ranges. That is, the northernmost range is known as the Great or Inner Himalayas or the Himadri, and this contains all the prominent Himalayan peaks. Then the second range lying to the south of the Himadri is known as Himachal or Lesser Himalayas. This consists of the valley of Kashmir, Kangra, Kullu Valley in Himachal. And the third is Himalayas, which is the outermost range of the Himalayas, which is called as the Shivaliks. These valleys are covered with thick gravel and alluvium. So we have the Himalayas, which are divided into the Great or Inner Himalayas. Then we have the lesser Himalayas, known as Himachal, and the third is the Shivalik. Then we have the northern plains. Here we have the northern plains here. So northern plains have been formed by the interplay of three major systems. Three major river systems we have. The Indus we have, and the Ganga and the Brahmaputra. Then we have the plain, the Punjab plain, the Ganga plain and the Brahmaputra plain. Then we have the peninsula plateau, which is a tableland and has broad and shallow valleys and rounded hills. It consists of two divisions, Central Highland and Deccan Plateau. Here we have the Deccan Plateau. So the Deccan Plateau, then we have the Western Ghats and the Eastern Ghats. Eastern Ghats and the Western Ghats over here. Then we have the Indian Desert. Here is where we have the Great Indian Desert towards the western margins of the Aravalli Hills. Here we have it is a sandy area. It receives less rainfall and it is dry and hot, and vegetation is also comparatively less, not much. So we then we have the coastal plains on either side. The coastal plains extend in the form of a strip along the Bay of Bengal. Here we have, and along the Arabian Sea also we have. Then we see the islands. We have the islands. Now here we have the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and we have the Lakshadweep Islands. So the physical features of India, there are 6 major divisions as such. Thank you.